Hey everyone, Mike here with GearsOfBiz.com. We are hands-on with the DODOcase. For those of you that don't know, DODOcase has been awarded as the best case for the iPad, and that's, in my opinion, that's debatable. Depends on really what you're looking for in an iPad case. However, this is probably the best designer case that I've ever seen. It's not the most functional and it's not the most business functional, but it is by far what gives you the closest experience to an iPad with a protective case. And it's also very designer and almost artsy in a sense, which gives it kind of a cool social effect to it. So if you notice, it kind of looks like a standard binder. It's built in San Francisco by hand with standard bookbinding techniques. They've been in business ever since the iPad actually came out, and they've done a really good job with this. You can see this is actual elastic band like you would find on a lot of notebook binders. When you open this thing up, it really does feel like a book. On this side, it's interior type book binding, and this one's all black. These actual inside pieces come in multi-colors, which allows you to add a little personality into things. But as you can see, it comes with a real nice DODOcase made in San Francisco, kind of like a checkout, almost like a checkout sleeve on a book, to give it a real nice personalized look. Now, the thing that makes this unique is it's incredibly light but protective. It covers the front and back of an iPad, but it's very, very light. And this here is actually made out of bamboo. And while you feel it might look cheap, you think it might be flimsy, it's not. It is very, very sturdy, very well built. It's rigid. It's going to protect your iPad. Now, it may look sometimes like a craft project just based upon it being light wood, but don't let it fool you. This is definitely a handmade, good device. Now, you might be wondering how in the heck an iPad actually fits into this. Well, I wondered at the same time too, but it uses a little bit of a swedging property to do so. These are a rubber type of grommet here that actually swedges the edges of the iPad into the case. So I'm going to show you. I got an iPad here, and we'll show you how this thing works. You just set it back down, take your wonderful expensive iPad that you don't want to get scratched, you put it in there, and you basically push down on all four corners. Like I said, it's pushed in there nice and good. It's not going to fall out. You can see how it looks. Very thin, great experience. It's very iPad-like. It's not super thick like some cases. I have an in-case portfolio jacket, and it's very thick in comparison to this. So it has a nice experience. You can open this up, two-hand it, and you get the full top of the iPad experience, which I really like. Now, there's really only two ways to use this. One, in your hand, landscape or portrait, or just setting it down like this. There's no real other way. There's no other fancy way to do it. I've seen some people set it up like this, but that really doesn't work as well as some people claim. Like I said, there's only real two ways to use it. It's more of a protective case. It's not as much of a practical case per se, but it's a great designer piece. It's got a backstory to it. It's handmade in San Francisco with classic book binding properties to it. So it's a real designer piece. That's all I can really say about it. Not a whole lot of functionality to it, but we like it. It is a higher price point, so if this is something that you're looking to get an iPad case for your business or your presentations, I wouldn't suggest a DODOcase. But if this is something that you're looking to read in bed at night and sit around the house and maybe take into work every now and then, this might be a good option for you. It's very thin. It is much more of an iPad experience. And there you go. There's the DODOcase.